so. Testing. There we go. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my stream. I am Anti-Mai, and we are going to be playing some more Magic today. So yesterday I was streaming, and we were in the middle of an Aetherdrift Quick Draft. Say that 5 times fast. So that is where we're actually going to pick up. We got one more shot to win some prizes after 2 losses in a row and only getting 1 win. So not the best track record so far, but that does not mean that it is over yet. So let's go ahead and let's get this started and take our last shot at getting some prizes out of this draft. I would really like to get something else other than, I think it was like a little bit of gold and some XP and like maybe a card. It wasn't very much. Loading screens are my enemy. Not a fan. Alright, versus Biomass. A very body name indeed. Alright, so I like this hand. This is a good hand. It kind of relies on me drawing some things to go into it, but like it's a good place to start for sure. No question about that. All right, so I guess I go first. Oh, sweet! So I'm gonna go ahead and play that white mana, and I'm gonna get my possum. 1/1 vigilance. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, it gets +1/+2 in flying until end of turn, which is absolutely excellent. Then we'll tap 2, and I'm going to go ahead and put Kaladin Triumph Caster. He is an awesome creature because he immediately makes it so that all my mounts and vehicles have haste, and whenever a mount or vehicle enters, they're automatically saddled or become a creature, respectively. So, let's see. Can I just activate this in response to... Yeah, so we'll do that, and then I should be able to... Oh, they're just going to let it hit them. Okay, they want their Dynamite Diver. I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. So then, land for turn. And let's see. We're going to start with the Interface Ace because it's got a nice giant toughness to it. Then, we can go ahead and... Yeah, we'll saddle the Possum. We'll saddle it with Kaladin. Oh, it has to be 3 or more. It's saddle 3. Okay, well, that's good enough for me. Oh, you know what? I didn't need to tap the Kaladin. Whenever the creature becomes tapped during your turn, untap it. Oh, okay, that's super cool. So I really didn't need to tap Kaladin. I wouldn't have had to tap anything. I made a mistake, and I need to read my cards better. Something that plagues every single Magic player. It does not matter how long they've been playing this game, you always need to read your cards better. Alright, Burner Rocket, which thanks to Kaladin is going to come in with haste immediately. And it's going to give another creature I control +2/+0 until end of turn. We're going to go ahead and slap that on the Glider. So that immediately turns into a vehicle thanks to Kaladin, so I can go ahead and use it on this turn. Then I can activate the Squirrel and saddle it with the Interface Ace over here, which automatically untaps itself, which is freaking fantastic. Then we will move to combat and go for a big old punch. Big old punch. As, oh my god, Flash, Haste, and Trample. I forgot it had Flash. Honestly, with Kaladin, that's a really good card. I wish I would have read that before I dropped it, but you know what? I'm not terribly upset that I did anyway. Assign damage? Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, because that has Trample, I see. Trample, baby! Taking him out of the game. My possum! You possum murderer. Greatest mana value on artifacts you control, which is only 2. So that's not terribly big right now. But I think we're going to go ahead and play him anyway, because his ability is still pretty good. Whenever he attacks, I can choose an artifact card in my graveyard, and then sacrifice another artifact. If I do, I return the chosen artifact to the battlefield. But, yeah, I don't have... I guess Burner Rocket's the only thing in there, but is that worth trading? I'm going to say no. No, that's not worth it. And neither is attacking this turn. That actually took out all my power source, and I don't like that. Adrenaline Jockey. Whenever a player casts a spell, if it's not their turn, this creature deals 4 damage to them. Oof. Good thing I am not blue. When you activate an exhaust ability, it gets a +1/+1. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and this thing has an exhaust ability. That is just fantastic. Maybe I can encourage them to block with this so I can kill it. That would be really nice. Let's go! What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Ooh, dang. That is a problem. I might have to sacrifice Paladin if they attack. Oh, they chose not to. Okay, cool. I'm alright with that. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. Oh, man, I am not in a good position. No attacks. No attacks this turn. Ooh, man, this is a stressful game. Oh, what does this do? Flying haste, start your engines. Oh, wonderful. And at max speed, it gets lifelink. Oh, stop giving me land! That's not what I need right now. I need actual cards to play. Come on now, you're gonna ruin my run before I even get started. Ouchie. And that's gonna give them, yep, up to 3 speed. Wonderful. Oh, another one. I can't even play it because they're legendary. It'll blow itself up. I think that might be it. Wow, this deck is not that good. We could have done a lot better at drafting, that's for sure. And now they're at max speed. That's just wonderful. Oh my god, why does this game hate me? Alright, I mean, I guess if they're just going to keep swinging the 3-3, then I'll bleed slowly. Okay, I get, what, one more turn, or is this going to kill me? Nope, I have to discard my only card. Cool. Good thing I wasn't going to play it anyway. And then I have, this is way too late to be helpful. Yep, that's it. Unfortunately, we lost on our last attempt. Wow. What a increase in difficulty between the first opponent and the second bot. Like, holy crap. That is a whole different animal. Alright, so, unfortunately, that's about all we got. So, we will go ahead and claim the prize we did get, which is 100 of these gems, which I probably won't end up using until I get more of them. But, we did get 2 packs of Aetherdrift, which that's definitely exciting. So, we'll go ahead and we'll open those one at a time. Let's see, what did we get? We got a glider, cool. We got another sarcophagus, another kickoff celebrations. This one's due, plain old 3/2. Memory Guardian with 3/4 affinity for artifacts and flying. And a Sky Serpent Seeker, 1/1 flying Death Touch for 2, exhaust for 4, reveal the top cards of your library until you reveal 2 land cards. Put those land cards onto the battlefield tab. This is a very Simic friendly card. I do like this card. And ooh, a wild card! That is pretty much the best we can get. That means we can take that and go get any mythic rare card we want. That is absolutely excellent. Which is the highest rarity in the game, so that's definitely going to be something to consider very carefully. We got Bloodfell Case, which is a nice little land, Skybox Fairy, Nimble Thopterist, Migrating Ketradon, a Chitin Gravestalker, which is new. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact and or creature in your graveyard, and a Broodheart Engine. Ooh! At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1, tap 4, sacrifice this artifact, return target vehicle from your graveyard to the creature or vehicle from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is not terrible. And, like, honestly, even if you don't want to use the second ability, a 2-drop for a Surveil 1 every upkeep is absolutely fantastic. And then that just stops being useful to you. You're playing Golgari. I guarantee you, hey, you have something on the board you can sacrifice it to. And our rare is District Mascot! Oh my god, he's so cute! Alright, so he's 0/0 for 1. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. Tap 2 to remove 2 +1/+1 counters from this creature to destroy target artifact. When this creature attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Oh my god, I love this thing. That is a funny little card. I don't know if I'll end up finding a use for it, but he is absolutely adorable. What a great card to pull. Alright, so, since we have the wild card, I guess, because we're still building, I still want to, like, build into this food deck. That is absolutely what I want to do. But the problem is, it has a lot of Wilds of Eldraine cards in it, and when the Spider-Man set comes out, I'm pretty sure Wilds of Eldraine is going to rotate out of Standard. So, if we want foods, we need to get more food cards out of Bloomburrow, because that's really the only other set in Standard that's running food right now. And you know what? Higra's a Mythic Rare. He is the Mythic Rare of our deck, like 100%. Even if we take off the Mythic Rare, like Bloomburrow, like, are these the only 3 Mythic Rares in the entire set? Oh no, they're the only ones I've collected. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was about to be like, there's no way. There's no way that's what's happening. Okay, so, like, yeah, like, Season of Gathering, it's not bad, but it's really expensive. It won't work in Standard. Luminous Power and Toughness equals the number of lands you control. That would be good for Commander, but again, not for this. Rotten Mouth Viper, again, great for Commander. I actually played that against my brother the other day. And again, this is really funny, and I was building into a discard strategy. I would grab Maha, but it's just not worth it. So my only other option would be, like, if there's a mythic artifact, but I don't see that there is in Bloomburrow. So, and like, even if it was, there's no guarantee that it would have anything to do with food. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get ourselves a third Yikra, which I think is exactly, that's the perfect number of Yikras. I don't need 4. I think 4 is a little overstuffed for the deck, but 3 I think will definitely do it. Right? There are a lot of cool cards, and that was just the one set. Like, all those cards that were on screen right now, those were just the mythic rares, the rarest cards in the Bloomburrow set. So we're going to go ahead and edit this deck. And nope, I don't want that. We're going to sort by mythic rare and add in my other Yikra. And what do we want to take out for Yikra? For honestly, I kind of like it being at 65. I'm not terribly upset with that. I actually kind of like that. 3 is the perfect number of Yikras. Okay, so that unfortunately does end the draft experience, but that's okay. Oh, do we have more? Oh, we do have more. Okay, so uncommons and commons matter less than mythic. Those are less big, so I'm probably gonna just choose those off screen. It'll more than likely just end up being more copies of something that's already in the deck, like Yikra. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna switch gears a little bit, and we're gonna play Standard with a couple of decks that I have built and are very experimental. We've got Steely Wheelie Automobile, which takes the Boros cards that I got from the Aetherdrift draft and puts them together with the other cards in my Standard collection to try to come up with a deck that's actually functional. Then we've got No Cards for You, which, as anybody who's experienced with Magic the Gathering and knows what Rakdos is capable of, you know damn well this is a discard deck. Like, 100% that's what we're doing. Since I built the Steely Wheelie Automobile deck first, that's the one I want to go ahead and play with to begin with. So we'll go ahead and we'll start that off. Let's see. Ooh, that was fast. I like it when it's fast. That's always nice. Let's see. We got 2 collision courses, a tune-up which is 4, burner rocket which is 4, and racer scoreboard. No. If it was more creatures in my hand, like this is much better. We can keep this. And ooh, we're not ready to sacrifice stuff. As much as I love that card, we're not ready to sacrifice things yet. So we're gonna go ahead and put that back in the deck as our mulligan. Ooh, great draw. We'll just go ahead and drop a mountain and a Dynamite Diver. What a great card to start with. That's the kind of turn 1 I wish I had with the deck when we were playing the draft. That would have been absolutely fantastic. Guidelight Optimizer. Tap to add blue mana. Only spend this for an artifact spell or to activate an ability. That's pretty good. Alright, I'm going to play another land, and I will play Kaladin once again. Hopefully, he will be more useful this time around. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and attack because either they do the 1 damage or I take out mana. But I don't think they're going to want to block. Ooh, they are. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's right. You take a damage for it dying, too. Thank you, Dynamite Diver, for being a goblin and doing goblin things. Oh, I just saw that. My girlfriend's been researching magic. I've been infecting you! My evil plan is coming to fruition. Alright, land for turn. I'm going to play Guidelight Matrix. When this artifact enters, I get to draw a card right off the bat. And then it does kind of do the same thing as like Kaladin, where it's going to give my creatures Mountain Haste. But it makes it so that my creatures are automatically mounted or crewed when they come in, whereas Guidelight Matrix to do it on other turns after the first turn they come in. So they combo together really well over the course of the game. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player loses 1 life. Okay, that's fine with me. Land for turn. Can't really do anything about it anyway. let's see. This one's 3-1 crew. I can give something else some extra boost. When this creature saddles or mounts a crew or vehicle during your main phase, that creature or vehicle gets +2/+0. Oh, okay. So we're gonna play the Spot Cycle Scouter first. So that's on the field to go ahead and use with the other cards that I have in my hand. Evolving Wilds and Voyager Quick Welder. I think I want the Quick Welder on top, and honestly, we have enough mana for now. This is not a high mana deck. As much as having an Evolving Wilds would have been nice like turn 1, at this point, it's not as helpful. But we have enough mana to go ahead and play our Burner Rocket as well, so that's also going to hit the field, and thanks to Kaladin, immediately become a creature. Then we can go ahead and give the bonus to Spot Cycle Scouter, which is fantastic. Just fantastic to be able to do that right off the bat. Then we'll move to combat, and we're going to swing the Cycle Scouter. You know what? And the Burner Rocket. Why not? Because if they block either one with either creature, those creatures are dead, and you know what? I'm happy with that. Like, that's what I want. I want things to die. I want Moida. Yep, that works for me. Boom, boom! Alright, and that'll be my turn. We're playing Boros. We aggro up in here. Resolve. What you got for me, blue? They are playing mono blue, which I am not in love with. Pass to attackers. Are you going to attack with your Scrawling Cycler? Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think you were going to want to sacrifice your Phyrexian Draw Engine over there. Too good a card. Scrawling Crawler. Yep, I'll lose my life for drawing a card. How dare I? Reckless Velocitar. And I like how you can see what the other person is planning at least a bit, even if you can't see what they are thinking. Oh, you mean like my ability to kind of like... Are you talking about like the highlight of the cards, or just that I'm good enough at this game to kind of predict people? Because sometimes I am. Then we'll play our Dynamite Diver. We'll go ahead and we'll play that. And we'll crew with the Reckless Velocitar. Bam. Which will make this a 5-1 absolute giant. So we'll move to combat, and we will swing with it, hoping they block with the 1/5 that they just dropped. I am totally okay with giving up my Burner Rocket for that. Oh, are they just going to take it? They're going to put themselves down to 7? Oh, okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. Thank you! Bye-bye, creature! I'm absolutely okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. 1/1 menace, tap 2 to exile an artifact from your graveyard to put a +1/+1 counter on this creature, then it deals damage equal to its power to any target. I love this. I love the Rust Harvester. Moonlit Meditation, enchanted creature. The first time you would create one or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. Oh, that's pretty dang good. Alright, so Voyager Quick Welder, which is going to make our artifact spells cost 1 less to cast. We'll go ahead and we'll just throw that down. Oh, you're going to counter it. Okay, how rude of you. Well, I'm still going to play my Rust Harvester. I was going to get to play both of them while I had the mana reduction, but I guess that's not on the table today. So we'll swing in with both these. And if you kill my Kaladin, like, that's okay, because I will totally take my Kaladin trading for that Crawler. I want that Crawler gone. That thing is a problem. Oh, you know what? I just realized I think I'm on the wrong microphone. Hold on, hold on.
Okay. Okay, testing, testing. Is this better? Is this better, or is this exactly the same? Because if this is exactly the same... Okay, yes. Huge difference. Okay, sweet. Yeah, no, I was routed to my webcam microphone, which is just fantastic. Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Where were we? Where were we? Oh, yeah. Draw. Give me my draw card. Gimme, gimme, gimme. More land. That is not what I need right now. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, where did the construct come from? I wasn't paying attention. That might have ended this game. I can't do anything about that. Well, let's go ahead and use this so we can go ahead and draw a card and pray we get something that's going to help us. Nope. More land. Wow. Wow, absolutely useless. Good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. The better quality we can get, the better. I want quality. I want quality. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll run that again. Give it another shot because we are not quitters here. Just because the deck lost once doesn't mean it's a flop. Quality. Quality over quality. Yes, exactly. I do not need to be running 4 microphones for 1 voice. Maybe if I had other people here, it might be worth it to do that, but no, it's just me. This is pretty good. I'll keep this. I'll definitely keep this. I do wish I had some draw advancement along with the cards in my hand. Like, this is solid, but like a Thrill of Possibility or something would be really cool. So Dynamite Diver, we'll go ahead and we'll drop that little boy. He is nice because whenever he taps to saddle a mount or crew a vehicle, he can do it as if he were a 3-1 instead of a 1-1. Which is really nice. It makes him pretty decently strong. Land for turn. Oh, I messed up. I should have played the plains. Oh well, I'm going to punch with the goblin. Bam! Eat my gerblin. Eat my gerblin. Who's going to gerb your Lin? Whatever that means. He'll figure it out. He'll figure out what it means, and he'll get back to you. All right, so white land this time, so that we actually have the lands we need. And then I can play this? How can I play this? Oh, because I can cycle it. Okay, I don't want to cycle it. I want the cycle. Give me the cycle. I want the cycle. When it comes in, I get to scry 2. This is honestly perfect. Yes, 100% we'll keep those right where they are. That is excellent. So then we'll go ahead and we'll crew this. It has crew 1, so the fact that this gets 2 extra crew doesn't really matter. But as a result of that, we get to... What? Oh, that's right. It has Summoning Sickness. Oh, well. Odds are he doesn't play anything that has haste because he's playing Orzhov, which is not known for having haste. That's typically more of a red thing. All right, my turn. Cool, cool. We knew we were going to draw that, so we'll go ahead and we'll tap. And we'll actually play the Reckless Velocitar. And since we have it out this turn, we can crew with it, which will go ahead and make our spot cycle a 5-2 with Trample instead of just a 3-2. So we'll go ahead and we'll swing with it. And either way, whether they take the 5 and go down to 14 or they block with the Angel, I'm happy either way. That's a good turn. It will, however, be my entire turn. And I need to, actually, this is a good game since I'm about to play my Canyon Vaulter to test out if I can crew with more than 1 creature. I'm pretty sure I can, but I'm not 100% sure. As long as you have 25 more life, this creature has double strike. Good thing I've done a bunch of damage to you before this happened. Man, thank God for red. I love how fast red is. That's honestly my biggest appeal, is red just hits the field going. There is no build-up. There is no waiting. Red is just ready to go. Past blockers, I can't do anything about it. I have no flyers. I have no reach. Go ahead and hit me with your Angel. Land for turn. And is that honestly the best move right now? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. No. Canyon Vaulter. Yeah, that was an experience. I can't believe my brain works the way it does. In fact, you know what? It doesn't. That's really what it is. So we'll go ahead and we'll submit the 3 here to go ahead and crew that. Now, can I crew again? No, I can't. So, interesting. I wonder if that's a mechanic of crew, because I was under the impression that you could saddle multiple times, but if you can't crew multiple times, maybe you can't saddle multiple times. Huh. I'll have to look into that. That might be the difference between the two, honestly. So we'll go ahead and we'll swing the Spot Cycle Scouter. Because, I mean, honestly, other than that, they feel like the same mechanic, right? End turn. And I'm afraid of what's going to happen next. Gains... Okay, it's only flying. I need to play another... Oh, yeah, you know what? That's the way to go. Resolve, go ahead and play the Pride Mate. Yep, gain your life. Doesn't bother me. That's fine. Bigger cat, bigger thing. You can't stop me. You cannot stop me. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. That's okay. I don't care. I'm just going to start swinging at you and punching you with stuff. Yes, I get it. This doesn't have flash, does it? No, it doesn't. It's allowing me to cycle it, which I don't want to do. I don't want to cycle it. They're going to punch me with both of those. Yeah, I'll take it. No blocks. Actually, you know what? I should have blocked with the little goblin because I'm not really using him to crew right now. But you know what? That's okay because that means I can save him as a blocker on another turn. Okay. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 for each artifact you control and is an artificer in addition to its other types. How many artifacts do I control? Is it just the one? Okay, so that's really not worth playing until I have at least a couple more artifacts on the field. So we're going to go ahead and we'll finally play the Clamorous Ironclad as a creature. Not the greatest creature, but like honestly, a 6/3 menace is pretty freaking cool. So then we'll actually go ahead and crew this with Canyon Vaulter, so that way it has flying as we move into combat. And no, we're not attacking with everything, just the Scouter, because they can't block it because they've swung with their only flyer, which I'm hoping will discourage them from attacking with their flyer on the next turn, so that they keep a flyer to block my creature with once they swing in with the 6/6, because that thing's coming after me next turn no matter what I do. Like, absolutely, there's no way to avoid that. This is crew 3. Okay, so worst case scenario, I can use Dynamite Diver to crew the Clamorous Ironclad and throw that in front of the... Oh, never mind. Never mind. Well, I guess I could throw that and the Velocitar in front of it, but I really don't want to have to do that. This is getting really bad. This is getting really bad, really fast, and I don't like it. I don't like it. This is getting absolutely terrifying. Okay, what do I do here? What do I do here? What do I do here? I think the move is crew this with the diver. Boom. And then pass to blockers. Block the Paladin. No, block the cat with that. And then just take the other two, putting me down to 2 life. And hopefully we can draw something that can fit. Oh, wait. I can't do math. Wow, I thought that was still a 6/6. I just let myself die for no reason. I'm so good at Magic. Absolutely the best. All right, let's go ahead and run that and, I don't know, maybe play the game correctly for once. Steely Wheelie, Automobile, attempt number 3. Let's go ahead and run at this yet again and see if we can actually accomplish anything with this deck. I'd really like to see it do something. I really, really would. Like, the whole concept is really neat to me. Of, like, the whole vehicle thing and everything. Versus Sean Penn. Oh, is that so? Am I dueling Sean Penn right now? All right, Sean Penn, let's go. I don't know how many streamers out there can say they dueled Sean Penn in Magic the Gathering. All right, land for turn. I should have played a mountain. I need to pay more attention. Oh man, I had a great setup and I totally threw it away. I totally threw up my excellent like turn 2 setup. That's okay because I can just crew this thing and swing with it next turn, which honestly that's pretty okay. I want the Quick Welder first, but yeah, I do want both cards on top, and that will end my turn, making it their turn. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Ooh, 1/2. Whenever this creature enters, put a +1/+1 on the only target creature they currently control. Excellent. Excellent news for me. Alright, well, in that case, we gonna land for turn. And we gon'... Let's see here. It's just a 2/3. They don't really have anything else they can do right now, so we'll Dynamite Diver. And we'll crew this with the Diver. Kinda hoping they block so these creatures kill each other. No, okay, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I am perfectly okay with that exchange. Not exactly how I wanted it to go. I do need to stop thinking like a black player, though, and start thinking like a white player, since that is what I'm playing. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Oh, start your engines. The artifact has start your engines, does it? Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and vigilance, and when it has max speed, when they get max speed, they can cast this card from the... Oh, it's light wheel enhancements. Okay, yeah. I remember. I know things. Return target artifact card from the graveyard to the battlefield. If it's a vehicle, it becomes artifact creature. Okay, that's pretty good. We're going to Voyager Quick Welder, which makes my artifact spells cost 1 less, which doesn't help terribly a lot right now. And you know what? We're just gonna end turn. We're just gonna end turn with that. That's just because I'm old, honey. I know things because I'm old. I've been on this earth for far too long, and I'm not even 40 yet. Come on, I'm trying to open this little strawberry powder packet. I want my strawberry. Give me my strawberry drink. Oh, come on. I can't handle this. Okay, dowsing device. Dowsing device. I can read. When this artifact or another artifact you control enters, up to 1 target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. Then transform it. What does it transform into? Geode Grotto. Until end of turn, target creature gains haste and plus... Oh, it's one of those. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good card. Weapons Manufacturing. I'm familiar with that card. Yep, that's going to ping me for 1. Can I just resolve all? I thought I hit resolve all. Time is knowledge. Knowledge is power. Power is money, and money is, I don't know, green. So I suppose everybody's just working towards the color green. Welcome to capitalism. Everything's about green. We'll block with the Gerblin. Block. Oh my god, I can't get this open. I just want delicious strawberry. I passed to blockers. Give me... There we go, I got this thing open. Oh my god, I've been fighting this thing for like 5 minutes. It's probably only been like 2, but it feels like 5. You know what that's like? Like when you choose any target. Oh, to ping. It's not going to do anything to the creature, so we'll ping the opponent. You know when like you're doing like some tiny task that like is menial and doesn't really matter, but there is like some sort of minor inconvenience that happens, and it's like, why? Why is this minor inconvenience the most aggravating thing in the world? I know why. I figured out why. Because minor inconveniences only happen when there are things that, like, small things that should be going right. You know what I mean? Like, it's just tiny little things. It's like, why, of all the things on this planet, is this what the universe has decided to make go wrong? It doesn't even track. That's how it feels. It makes perfect sense, but like, oh my god, they didn't tap. They didn't attack, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I'm afraid. I'm officially afraid. Do we have any artifacts in the graveyard? I just ADHD'd so hard from, like, semi-serious conversations to snap back into the game. Welcome to the brain that is mine. Velo Heart Bike. I don't think I said that right. When this vehicle enters, you gain 2 life. That's pretty good. Oh, it gets the mana. And for 4/2, that's pretty good. That is pretty freaking good. If I was playing green, I'd probably run more of those, for sure. Yep, I know. Dowsing device. Go ahead and douse your stuff. Douse your device. Device your douse. What's taking you so long? What's taking you so long? Hurry up and murderize me. Hurry up and end this. End this! End my misery! End my sorrows! Dousing sounds suspicious. I mean, it kind of is in the sense that, like, typically when it's, like, with reference to this, any sort of, like, dousing or scrying or anything like that typically means they're, like, looking at cards to get a card advantage on the top of their deck. Which, yes, being able to do that is an extremely powerful thing in this game. Let's see. Oh, I took myself off camera. Off screen. Whoop! Okay, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, fix myself. I'll fix myself. Where'd my go? There we go. Now I'm back up. Okay, and then I gotta... Don't need this stuff. Bye! Bye! Okay. Back to the game. Yeah, pass to attackers. I hate to do this. I hate to do it this way, but I don't want to lose to Ready, and I don't want to take the 5. So we're gonna go ahead and crew and just throw our cycle in front of it. Like that's the plan. That is 100% the plan. Oh, now I'm off center. Hold on. Whoop! There we go. And then whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. All right, now back to the actual freaking game. Yep, and then we'll throw this in front of this guy. One blocker. There we go. And yeah, I really like this particular one. All right. Tune up will allow us to get the cycle back, but that doesn't really help us super a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I think this one might be cooked. And I'll go fetch, I don't know, I guess a mountain. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Tune up to get the cycle. That'll allow me to scry, and yeah, that doesn't help me. That really doesn't help me. Yeah, it does that anytime I go to drink something or anytime I go to partake in my pain relief of choice. No attacks. It's not going to result in anything I want. Yeah, it does this weird little jolty thing. Like, I don't know what's up with it, but it does it every single time. I like, look at that. It totally spazzed out. Like, my God, I'm just taking a drink. Calm down. Yep, that is my whole turn. That is my turn. I wonder if I turn to the side, and I'm like, nope, that's not, I mean, that's a little better. It doesn't look as spazzy, but it's still pretty bad. Resolve. Oh, he's playing Mario. You can have Mario on target mount or vehicle, which you don't have any of. But this must be, you must be playing a similar deck to me. I think they're playing a Naya version of the same kind of thing I am. It's just not doing what it's meant to do, which is terrifying because it is doing pretty well. All right, then we're going to play a Burner Rocket, which is nice. 3/1 flash. When it comes in, a card creature is going to get a power boost. So we will go ahead and we'll give that to the cycle. And then we'll play Guidelight Matrix, which we can use to crew the Burner Rocket later. It automatically crews it regardless of power, which is really nice for only 2 mana. How dare you! Oh, target creature you control. Oh, they're having my, yep. My cycle's dead. You murderer! Quite unfortunate. Wow, okay, well, I guess no, I don't want to play it because I want it in order to throw the Burner Rocket in front of something when they swing. Because it's inevitable they're going to start swinging eventually. Like, you think they gotta, right? I'm actually surprised they haven't started throwing that thing at us more. Fuck me. This is not going my fucking way. Yeah, just end my turn. Go ahead, Liliana. Put me in the ground. I'm always surprised whenever anybody chooses a Planeswalker for their icon like this and they're not playing the color that the Planeswalker is associated with. Like, I don't know why. I always want it to be somewhat associated, or at least associated with a concept. And, like, they're not playing a Death or Necromancy deck in any way, shape, or form, so, like, it doesn't match. Like, maybe they just like Liliana. I 100% get that. Yeah, honestly, if I had an Elish Norn icon, I'd probably just use that one all the time. But, like, I don't know. Like, this one is a red deck, so, like, Chandra's the one that I have that I like the most out of the white and red icons that I have, which are not many, honestly. Pass to blockers. We're going to throw to ready in front of the 3/3. Has vigilance. Yeah, because it doesn't matter. It does not matter, so we'll take the 3 from the other creature. Oh, you know what? I should have thrown both of them in front of the Iron Paw Aspirant. Oh, that would have been the move! That would have been the move! Oh, well, that's okay. I can do it next turn. As long as I'm careful about it, I can do it next turn. Alacrian Army. Creatures I control have +0/+1 in vigilance, and at the beginning of combat on my turn, up to 1 target mount or vehicle I control becomes saddled or becomes an artifact creature or accrued automatically. So, boom, that's going to go ahead and immediately benefit me in almost every single way. Then I am going to move to combat and go ahead and do that. And we will actually, you know what? We're not going to do anything more than that. That is it. That is 100% it for me, because I can use the 2 mana that I have open in order to Guide Light Matrix my Burner Rocket into an actual creature, throw that in front of the Daring Mechanic, and then throw Duretti in front of the Aspirant. Like 100%, this is actually working out in my favor. It's very precarious. It's still very precarious, and there's still a good chance I might not win this game. But it does feel like things are slowly starting to turn around. Ever so slowly. Pass to attackers. What's your plans, Sean Penn? My turn. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll drop that land. And you know what? I'll drop another Guide Light Matrix because I can, I suppose. And you know what? I just remembered my creatures actually have Vigilance right now, so I'm going to move to combat. And because I 100% can, I am swinging. 100%. Either they block and take a couple of the creatures out, or they don't, and ooh. Choose target artifact in your graveyard. You may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, return the chosen card to the field. Ooh, I can blow up one of my matrices here in order to get the Scouter back. That is an excellent trade. 100%. Because I don't need both of these right now. 100% I do not. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. That way, even if they block the Burner Rocket, I still have the mana to crew the Scouter on their turn to block with. And look at that! Another Burner Rocket ready to replace it in an Evolving Wilds we really don't need, so we're going to throw that at the bottom. And hopefully, we can trick them into blocking exactly the way we want. Now, I'm guessing... Ooh, okay, that's a choice. That's a choice. I'll take out your Goblin tokens, like 100%. I'll make that trade. I'm okay with that. I do think instead of saving the mana to crew with the Matrix during your main phase, it gets the buff. Okay, so that's not going to be as useful. I will actually save it then. We'll pass turn. We'll call that a turn. I'm absolutely okay with that. I still don't think they're going to risk swinging, even if they swing with both of these, because they don't have enough to take me out, and they really don't want to lose that Aspirant. Like, that is their biggest thing right now. Destroy target artifact. Oh no, my armory! Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I want it back. I want my baby back. How dare you? Foil in my plans. All right, so, ooh, 6/4. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and activate this. Tap 2 to crew Scouter. 100% that is the plan. And then we're going to pass the blockers, and we're going to throw both creatures in front of the Aspirant. Because as much as it's going to hurt to take the 6 from the bike, that is a vehicle, which means it's not a creature every turn, and it can't consistently hurt us unless they crew it every turn. Wait, how did it not die? How did it not die? Wait a minute, what happened? What just happened? Huh? Huh? Oh, I'm so confused. Oh, I'm so confused. What just happened? What just happened? Okay. Okay. I guess that's just the way it is now. All right. Oh my God. Okay. Whoo! How do I do this? 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 I don't actually think I do. I think that's it. I just passed my turn. Oh, yeah, 100%. This deck is not set up to gain life back, but there are a lot of decks out there, especially in the color white and green, that are built around liking. Like, see right there, that land that they played, as it comes in tapped, which I can explain what that means later. But for right now, all you need to know is that when it comes in, they automatically get 1 back to their life total. So, yes, 100%. Again, there are even decks built around it. The whole idea is just to gain as much life as you can, so your opponents just can't get through it. Resolve all. And, oh no. Oh no. Does it have trample? No, it doesn't. That's game. I can't stop it. No, I'm not even going to block. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just go ahead and hit me. Hit me. Hit me! Stop trying to hit me and hit me! Alright, so that is the end of that game. We will go ahead and queue right up for the next one. I think we're going to run one more game with Auto Wheelie or Steely Wheelie Automobile, and then we will move over to the other new deck that I have formulated, Rakdos Discard. And yes, it is both making the opponent discard cards as well as discarding them myself, and just a whole lot of effects that benefit off of that. This, provided I draw a couple land up front, is actually a decent hand. It's not perfect because I don't have any turn 1 drops, but I think I am going to keep it. Especially because having 2 of these Guidelight Matrixes makes sacrificing one of them for some other benefit in the deck really easy to do. Okay, so that's gain a life. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We'll go ahead and we'll slap down another land, and then we'll play Kaladin, Triumph Caster, which will automatically crew all my vehicles that I'm playing, and saddle any mounts I have, which honestly aren't that many. There really aren't that many mounts in this deck. If I feel like expanding this deck at some point, I honestly might just go and buy a bunch of the Thunder Junction packs that have the mounts in them. But, like, I don't know. It doesn't feel super necessary. You know what I mean? All right, Guidelight Matrix. We'll go ahead and we'll slap that down. Ooh, that'll draw us a card, which is Evolving Wilds, which we will go ahead and pop right away. We can tap and sacrifice that to go ahead and get another basic land in its place. And then that 0/5 turtle is not going to stop Kaladin. Or is going to stop Kaladin in its tracks. It won't kill it, but they'll just kind of stare at each other. There's no point in swinging. None whatsoever. Not until I can get rid of the turtle. Oh boy! You're playing Azorius. You're playing Azorius Control, aren't you? Lots of big creatures that are hard to kill. Maybe not a lot, but a few creatures that are hard to kill and a bunch of spells that are going to stop me from really doing anything. That is what I'm expecting to happen here. So we'll play Voyager Quick Welder, which will come in as a 2/4 and automatically make my artifacts cost 1 less to drop, which will include the Guidelight Matrix that I now have 2 of for whatever ridiculous reason. Ooh, that immediately drew me another land. But, yep, once again, no attacks. I really need that Angel to go away. The Turtle's kind of a problem, but the Angel getting them life every turn, that's an even bigger problem. I really don't like that. White's all about getting that life back, big angels, flappy, and it's on. Honestly, it's not as infuriating as blue. It really isn't, but like, life gain decks can be pretty infuriating once they start popping off, because especially in like big, long commander games, hell, I've even seen it in like standard games where life totals get into the multiple hundreds. It's ridiculous. You start at 20, but with the right combo, you can get yourself up to 200. Hell, with the right combo, you can actually put yourself at a technical infinity. You do, by the rules, have to choose a value to stop that eventually. But it is effectively infinite life. There's plenty of ways to do it. All right, land for turn, and then we're going to play Clamorous Ironclad, which will play as the actual creature, and thanks to Kaladin, will come in immediately as a creature, which is fantastic. Then we'll play Burner Rocket, which once again, thanks to Kaladin, is going to do exactly the same thing. And we're going to have it boost the Ironclad because that's freaking beautiful. All right, then we'll go ahead and we will swing with... Yeah, we'll swing with everybody. Because if the turtle blocks the 8/3, then the turtle dies, which takes care of the turtle problem. 100% I'm okay with that. Get that turtle out of my way. Remove the turtle from my path. Or, you know what? Eat all this damage. Eat 11, 13, 15 damage. Are you really going to do that? Yeah, I thought so. I saw that coming. Are you going to throw the... Oh, they can't kill it. They're trying to kill it, but they don't have enough power to. Yeah, 100%. That's what I want to do. Bap, 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 bap. And like that, we've killed 3 of his creatures in one fell swoop, and we didn't lose any of ours. Because the 2 that just like disappeared from my side of the field are over here. They became vehicles again. So right now, they're not creatures. They're just artifacts. But once I crew them again, they can become creatures and swing again. So we didn't lose anything, and they lost almost their entire board. That exchange went really well for me. Create 2. Yep, so that's going to get them 2 life back. 100%. That's okay. Like, right now, the life total is the next thing to worry about, but getting rid of some of the creatures on that scary board was a big priority. So land for turn, then we'll go ahead and we'll play the Reckless Velocitar, which we can use to start crewing our vehicles again and make them even bigger, just like we were before. And then the Dynamite Diver. So we'll take the Clamorous Ironclad and we'll crew that with the Reckless Velocitar. Bap. That'll make it an 8/3 menace once again. Then with the Burner Rocket, we'll go ahead and crew it with the Dynamite Diver, making it a 3/1. Then we'll move to combat and once again swing with the both of them. Hi, Jess. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. So we'll swing in, and my hope is that they'll not block with the fairy tokens. I'd rather they just take the damage. But if I were in their shoes, I'd be definitely blocking at least the rocket with them. Because it doesn't have first strike. It's not going to damage the fairies before it. Oh, they're just taking the damage. I don't know if that was the move, my dude. I don't know that that was the move. I wouldn't have done it that way. Are we about to... is Steely Wheelie Automobile finally about to get its first win? This might be it. This might be it, chat. We finally might be able to get this deck to win after 5 games in a row. Ooh, more life, more life. Okay, you can have your life. That's okay. And that's also going to net you a card draw for Overseer. 100%, that's okay. You only got 1 open mana. Ooh, 2 open mana. Never mind. I've been corrected. And Shard of Course. Okay, so they're going to draw a card and not do anything else. Because now they have to discard a card. They're out of mana, and they might punch me with the flying creatures. But if they do, I think that loses them the game. Like, I wouldn't do it if I were them. But they've been kind of aggro with the Angels, so I could see them maybe swinging just that. Oh, no, they just ended their turn. I'm okay with that. All right, Collision Course. Collision Course deals X damage to target creature, where X is the number of permanents you control that are creatures and or vehicles. So, how many is that right now? 6? For 2 damage, I can do 6 damage to something, or I can destroy target artifact, which is not what we need. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose that first effect and just 6 damage right to the Dazzling Angel. It's not going to survive. There's no freaking way. So then we'll crew the Ironclad with the Velocitar again, making it an 8/3 Menace. Menace is a great keyword. It means that in order to block it, the opponent has to use at least 2 creatures to do it. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'm just glad they finally caught the stream. Like, he missed the last one, and I was like, I felt bad. Okay, so we're going to move to attackers, and we'll swing with the Ironclad and the Burner Rocket again. And they can't take it. If they take it, that's game. Like, that's it. I figure they're going to block the Burner Rocket with one of the fairy tokens. Again, if I were, I would. It doesn't have trample. But, oh, they're throwing it in front of the Menace. I guess they kind of have to. Menace, yep. So this is the only way they can block. They're going to lose everything. And, like, this puts them down to 4. Because the thing had trample. Oh, okay, so that did take out my creatures. But you know what? I have a way better board state than they do right now, even without my vehicles, with both of them having just died. I'm pretty sure I win next turn anyway. Because they can only block 1 creature. Let's say they block my biggest one, the Velocitar, with that Angel. Although they do have enough mana, they can start playing some more creatures. I really am. I really am. Ooh, 2-up. I can return an artifact card from my graveyard to the battlefield. And you know what? Cullinan gives my creatures haste, or my vehicles haste, so I can tune up. I can get the Clamorous Ironclad back to the field right away. And tune up actually makes it so that if it's a vehicle, it immediately becomes an artifact creature. Like, I don't even have to crew it anymore. It's just permanently a creature now. So I can move to combat and just swing out, and there's no way they can stop me. Even if they block my big old 6/3, which has Menace, so they can't anyway. So the biggest thing they can block is the 3/3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. With no mana open, that's game. Steely Wheelie Automobile finally cinches its first win. I think it heard me talking shit before this game, saying that was going to be the last one we play it for. All right, move to blockers. Are you going to block, or are you just going to let it get through? Unless they have some sort of no mana response in their hand, but in the current standard meta, I don't think a card like that exists. I can see Final Fantasy having printed some bullshit like that, but I haven't seen it, and I feel like if it existed, I would have by now. Because it's not like that set just came out. It's been out for, I think, like a month or 2 by now. I'm not 100% sure, but it sure feels like it's been about that long. All right, so 750 coins. That's excellent. We are back up to our 1,000. So I guess the question now is, what do we want to use our next, like, gem, like, coins that we get on? We could do the Aetherdrift Draft again, which may get us a different kind of different color deck and all that. Let's see here. We've got claim. Oh, I have to claim it. Oh my god, I didn't claim it. Okay, wow. Let's play a game. Oh, it's a Duskmourn card. Delirium. Choose one. If there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, choose 1 or more instead. Creatures your opponent control get -1/-1 on its turn, or each opponent discards 2 cards, or each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. If you're playing mono black discard graveyard shenanigans, you're just going for like black control, this is a pretty solid uncommon. But that that is a deck I've considered building, but it isn't one I've actually started building yet. Okay, so jump into Final Fantasy, blah, blah, blah. So I can't just keep playing for the 1 jump-in token, so I can use the other 4 I have for other events. That's super cool. These cost like a ton of these gems that I just do not have, so those aren't options. We got Edge of Eternity's Premier Draft, which would be 10,000 coins. Or we got Premier Draft Edge of Eternity's Premier Draft Alchemy. I don't really want to do Alchemy. What is regular jump in? When you join this event, you will get to select 2 different half decks from a variety of themes in Alchemy, combine them, and you'll have a deck that's ready to go. Play as much as you want here. This is interesting because honestly, the way this background presents, it's like this is a Bloomburrow set for jump in, and if that's the case, we're going to get Bloomburrow cards out of this, which is pretty freaking fantastic. So I think we'll come back to that another time, but it's definitely good to know that we can do that. And honestly, with 4 jump-in tokens, I don't see any reason not to. I really don't. But I do think as far as saving up the coins go, we are, as much as 10,000 coins feel like is kind of a stretch away from 1,000, this is going to be the best way to get cards that are going to last us the longest in Standard, because Edge of Eternities is the most recent set right now. The Spider-Man set is set to drop next month, but even then, we're on like a 3-year rotation for Standard sets, so like Edge of Eternities is going to be relevant for a while. So if we can do a draft for Edge of Eternities and get ourselves a bunch of cards that we're going to be able to use consistently for the next 3 years, I don't see any reason not to. So 100%, like, I mean, Aetherdrift just came out, I want to say last year, so we've still got 2 more years on that too. But like, the more longevity I can get out of my cards, personally, I feel the better. It might be different if I was playing this from like, if I was playing this from an account that I had already done a ton of work on, and I had a bunch of cards and like that were already in the Standard set, and I wasn't basically starting from scratch on this account, then like, abso-freaking-lutely, I wouldn't care as much as I do. But since we're here, again, longevity is kind of the name of the game. Hi, Jess. Thank you for joining, and thank you so much for following, too. I really appreciate that. All right, so now that I have talked about this draft and what our next goal is, so the goal for this account, for the stream overall, not for today, but for over the course of the next like few streams, is to get a total of 10,000 coins so that we can do an Edge of Eternity's Premier Draft. Now, the #1 way to do that is by doing my dailies. However, I only get 1 a day, and it looks like, let's see here. We got another 6 hours, so we probably will not get that by the end of the stream before I get my next one. But when that happens, when I have more of these dailies, we can get more of these coins and kind of join them up. Plus, we get a handful of them every time we win, which is always a nice benefit. Plus, honestly, right now, since Edge of Eternities is the most recent set, every few wins, we get just a free pack, which is also really nice. 1 orb? Okay, that'll be interesting to know what that does. Oh, what does any of this do? Okay, go back. Back. I don't want this. I don't want this. Back away. Back away. Okay, so now that I have talked for freaking ever, let's swap out Steely Wheelie Automobile for no cards for you and see what Rakdos Discard has in store for us tonight. I'm really, really interested to see what this thing is going to do. Honestly, I want to play Rakdos in Standard right now, but it's just not very strong, which is kind of why I built the food deck. I really, really like what the food deck is and what the food deck does. Like, really, really like it. I know, I'm really good at naming decks. I really I put a lot of thought into trying to come up with something funny. Like, even on Untap, which is not an officially, like, licensed thing that Magic does. It's like a fan thing, I think. But even on there, some of my deck names are fantastic. I have a food deck called Anti-Mice Kitchen. I have a bat deck called Where Is He? Like the way Batman says it in the movie. Okay, land for turn, and we're gonna immediately be super mean and play Virus Beetle. When Virus Beetle comes in, the opponent has to discard a card. Immediately just being a big ol' Rakdos playing jerk. And yep, they're gonna draw that card for their turn. I'll draw my card, I'll play a land for turn, and I'll play good old Lord Skitter, Sewer King! At the beginning of combat on every one of my turns, I'm going to get a rat, and when a rat comes in, I can exile stuff from their graveyard. Not that I care too much about exiling stuff from the graveyard, but there are certain decks that benefit from it, so having this in this deck is pretty beneficial in very niche situations. I don't think, being that this seems to be a mono-white deck that they're playing, that this is one of those niche situations, but you never know. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play Perforating Artist. Honestly, this guy doesn't seem to be having... They don't seem to have much in their hand. Honestly, I feel kind of bad that I'm just kind of beating down on him right off the bat like this. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, each opponent... Yep. Perforating Artist is just going to blow this guy into the freaking ground if he's not careful. Authority of the Councils. Yeah, that would have been nice to have turn 1. That would have been nice for you to have turn 1. Discard a card. Oh, no! Destroy all tapped creatures. Okay, that's what happened. All right, so we'll Mountain, and then we'll Thrill a Possibility to discard Fell, because he doesn't really have any creatures that need to be killed to draw 2 more cards. Another Maximum Overdrive! Oh, yes! Not that I need it. But, yep, no more split up for you. That's going to exile, so if you have anything that gets your cards back from your graveyard, you're not going to be able to get that one. Not that I think you do, but again, on the off chance that you do, I'd much rather you didn't. All right, there we go. I really hope he doesn't have another one of those, because if he does, that's about to blow up my whole board. I think that's game, my dude. Rat babies! Bam, 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 bam. You have one more turn. I feel bad. They clearly got a really bad starting hand. Like, this is just not okay. Yeah, honestly, like, I don't blame them. Like, 100%. That was brutal. I feel bad. That wasn't even my deck. That was just bad luck. All right, let's run it again, and hopefully we can, like, actually see a fight this time and not just steamroll somebody. Delicious strawberry. All right. Standard bearer. Oh, they have titles now? I didn't know that. Ooh. You know, normally I would not keep this hand in a deck that is 2-color, but it is all 1-color land with all that color cards. Like, there's no reason to not keep it right now. It might end up not going well if, like, my next 5 cards are all red cards and there's no mountain in them, but again, this is a very... Because of what I wanted this deck to do, I wanted it to be a discard deck. It's very black heavy. Definitely slotted on the black side of the deck. There are a lot of powerful red cards in here for sure, but I think I took most of them out just because what I was doing with the black cards. Red just doesn't make the opponent discard much. There's some stuff that like triggers in this deck when I discard things, and that's why those red cards like Thrill of Possibility are in here. But like generally speaking, the black cards are the discard cards. Speaking of which, Virus Beetle's going to make the opponent discard a card. Yeah, absolutely pwning the poor person who probably only had a land full of mana and expensive cards they couldn't play. Or, like, it would be real unfortunate if they were playing a 2-color deck and just only had white mana. That would suck. I've been there before. And guess what? It's Lord Skitter! Sewer King! He's back and he's making rats. That's another card I had to take out of the food deck. Like, it's not a food card, but it deals with the rats really well. Since it's a black food deck, having rats in it is really good. But, again, it's from that Wilds of Eldraine set that's going to be rotating on a standard next month, so I don't want to keep it in there. I already took him out. Oh, they killed Lord Skitter. He barely got to do anything. In fact, he didn't get to do anything. He didn't even summon his first rat buddy. How rude! How rude to Lord Skitter. They put you in a room? What kind of room? A roomy room? A room full of room? Is there room in the room? I would hope there's room in the room, because otherwise why would it be called a room? No attacks? Wait. Oh, it's my turn. Target player reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it. That player discards the card. Okay, Poison the Waters! You're discarding more stuff. I target you. Let's see. Oh, you only have one. No more Dubious Delicacy for you. Get that out of here. No cards for you, my friend. What's this other card you have? Dark Endurance? Ooh, oh, are we playing discard against each other? Is this a discard off? Okay, we're going to get rid of Perforating Artist because I have Fight On in my hand and I can get it back. A rubber room, a room with rats, and the rats make me crazy. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see what's going on here. Now look at that. I drew Thrill of Possibility, and I have no red mana. Return 1 or 2 target creature and or planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand, or put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature against lifelink until end of turn. What's in my graveyard? You know what? We will fight on, getting Lord Skitter and Perforating Artist back to my hand. Come on, let it resolve. Let's go. Let's go, Renekape. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. I know they're Jaya. I know the Planeswalker icon they've chosen is Jaya, who is a pretty dope fire mage, I gotta say. If I remember correctly, I think she's Chandra's teacher? I think she taught Chandra how to get her fire magic. I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh boy, they have 1/1 Death Touchers now. That's fantastic news. So we'll go ahead and we'll play that. And Entropic Battle Cruiser. You know what? We're going to play Lord Skitter first. Go ahead and play my buddy Lord Skitter. Get myself some rats. And we're going to get rid of Depressurize because, again, okay, and this is one of those situations. They're playing black-green cards. Black-green decks are really... I'm not attacking. No, I'm not attacking. That's crazy. Black-green decks are really, really good at recycling cards that are put into their graveyard. So the fact that Lord Skitter exiles cards from that graveyard is actually a really, really good thing. Ooh, I got 2 of these now. Okay. Entropic Battlecruiser. It's going to come in, and it's not going to do anything right away. But, let's see. Go ahead and let it resolve. Come on, you know you want to. And then we're gonna station it. We're going to station it with the rat. And that's going to put a 1/1 counter on it, meaning that from this point on, whenever an opponent discards a card, they lose 3 life. However, next we move to combat, but we're not attacking with anything. We just want the rat from Lord Skitter. Come on. Come on. Pass the turn. You'll know you want to station only as a sorcery. Okay, that's what I thought. No more Dark Endurance for you. I don't think you're going to get that back. But on the off chance you do, I don't want you to. I really don't want you to. So let's actually swing with Lord Skitter. No, you know what? They're not. No, because they're going to block with that little Death Touch thing. I don't want that. My buddy. I don't want Lord Skitter to die. Lord Skitter doesn't need to die. I'd much rather he live and continue to be Lord freaking Skitter. What does this do? Gene Pollinator. Tap an untapped permanent you control to add 1 mana of any color. It's a little demanding, but it's not bad. Okay, now... Oh, okay. So, this allows me to exile a creature or planeswalker. This allows me to exile a creature or enchantment. Or destroy. So I don't imagine they're going to have anything that's indestructible, and I also don't imagine they're going to have a planeswalker. So as much as I hate to burn this on a 1/1... the fact that that Death Toucher is here is actually really screwing up my plans. How do you keep escaping the room? Okay, so we're actually going to go ahead and crew with just a rat this time, giving it a second counter. Now the question is, can I crew again, or am I only allowed to crew, or am I only allowed to station once per turn? Because that doesn't feel right to me. That's what I thought. So allow me to station with the other rat. Come on. There we go. Now it's got 3 counters. We're getting close to it being the full potential that I want it to be. All right, so that is going to be my entire turn. I don't have anything else I want to do. Oh! Oh, you know what? I wonder if I can catch this. Nope. So I want to go to main phase 2. Stop on my second main phase. There we go. Okay. no attacks, stop on second main phase, and then we're going to go ahead and station with my new rat. Because now here's the thing. Did you bite anyone? No. I don't believe you. I think you bit somebody. I think you did. I know you. I know you. Raccoon dragon girlfriend. I know you all too well. I know you bit somebody. The question is who? That's the question. Who did you bite? That's what we need to know. That's what we need to investigate, is who got bit and how bad is the situation really. All right, so we are going to go ahead and we are going to station in Tropic Battlecruiser with Lord Skitter, because this pops Lord Skitter up to, or this pops the Battle State Cruiser up to 7. Then we're going to station with it again with only 1 rat. This turns the Battlecruiser into a 310 flying death touch. Whenever this thing attacks, each opponent discards a card, and each opponent who can't loses 3 life. This thing is freaking awesome. So now that we've done that, we're going to really ruin this person's dreams and play a second one. And then I'm going to go ahead and start stationing it right away. Actually, you know what? Not right away. We're going to go ahead and put a stop on the second main phase again, but we'll move to combat. Move to combat. Go ahead and create the rat. Yep, that's what I wanted. So we'll go ahead and we'll create the rat. And we'll exile the delicacy. Not that it matters, but the delicacy is now gone from the graveyard, leaving this black deck that I'm facing with no graveyard. Which, you know, is kind of a problem for most black decks, especially Golgari. Like, you want a graveyard to play around with typically. But I'm waiting for them to respond. Yep, so we're going to swing with the Battlecruiser. And they're going to take 3 damage because they don't have any flyers or reach to block with. And because of its effect, they have to discard a card. They can't choose not to. So they're going to take 6 damage from this interaction altogether. Ooh, unless they cast that card. If target blocking. Oh, they didn't cast it. Okay, they just discarded it. That's cool with me. Oh, I forgot to crew the other one. Oh, or station the other one. Oh, well. That's okay. This is going pretty well for me. That could all get ruined in an instant, especially because I'm playing against another black deck, and, you know, we are known for carrying our murder spells. Oh my god, a red mana! In this economy? Alright, let's see here. Perforating Artist. Ooh, you know what? I think we're about to smack them with 2 of these things. Yeah, this is not going well for them. I honestly could see them clicking the concede button pretty soon here, because this is about to get pretty brutal. Oh, you exiled my spacecraft. Okay, that's perfectly fine with me, because guess what, buddy? I'm going to station for 3, then I'm going to station for 3, then I'm going to station for 1, then I'm going to station for 1, then I'm going to move to combat, I'm going to get another rat, I'm going to exile your freaking grave kill so you can't possibly do that again, and then I'm going to punch you with the other space station I have. So take that! Space! You can't handle my spice! Spoons? Spwints? Is that spwints? I don't love how that sounds. Spwints. Yay! Victory! That is 2 victories in a row, although I don't feel good about the first one. It is still a victory, even if it was a little bit, one-sided. All right, so let's see here. We got to level 13. So if we can get to level 14, we're going to unlock a pack of cards. Now, I don't know how much experience I have to actually earn in order to do that. It doesn't actually have number values here, but it shouldn't be terribly difficult to do. We'll go ahead and we'll keep doing the discard deck because this is going well. It hasn't gone off on discard yet, but the fact that we've made the opponent discard a few things, I'm pretty sure is what helped us net the win in a lot of situations. Calm Chowder. I love that username. All right. Ooh, expensive hand, but I have the land for it, so I think we're going to keep it. We are going to keep it. And Alicia Who Laughs at Fate is a really good card. Bloodfell Caves, which is a great dual land. Bloodfell Caves, unlike basic land, which you can only tap for 1 mana, Bloodfell Caves allows you to tap for black or red. So having cards like this, even though they enter tapped and unusable on the turn you put them in, is still really nice. Card for turn. That is my turn. And then I'm going to be playing Alicia on my next turn, who immediately is just going to start going off and getting bigger on the turn right after that. Unless they kill her, which being a black-white deck, they very well may. Pass to attackers, my turn. Yeah, give me the turn. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ooh. You know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to play the Perforating Artist first. Because this is a scary creature, and I'm hoping that if they have any kill spells, we can bait them with this before we play Alicia and end up getting her killed. I'd really like to keep Alicia on the field if possible. In fact, I may even hold off another turn and just swing... Ooh, I don't like where this is going. I don't like where this is going. Don't swing with the Angel. That's my hope. Yep, they're going to swing with it. Aw, man. Okay. Land for turn. How do I want to do this? Whenever you attack, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and menace until end of turn. So, and this is 3/1 lifelink. So, I'm thinking 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature against lifelink until end of turn. Return up to 1 target creature and/or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. This is an instant 2. I don't want to... I have so much to save my creatures. So, we're going to move to combat, and we're going to swing Perforating Artist at the opponent. Move to blockers. I'm hoping they'll block with the Sunblessed Healer so that they're attempting to kill it, and they're not just going to chump block with the bunny. Okay, they also didn't do that, but that's okay. In that case... we are going to play the Archenemy's Charm in our hand and put 2 +1/+1 counters on the Perforating Artist, giving it lifelink as well, putting me up to 24, and giving me quite a huge life advantage right off the bat. Which in a Rakdos deck, honestly, is pretty rare. Like, unless you're building into the lifelink that a lot of black cards have built into them, which I did not, you tend to lose life more than you gain it. That's just kind of how black plays. Sacrifice creatures, artifacts, enchantments, life, anything and everything you can in order to get ahead. It does not matter what it is. All that matters is power and getting the win. That is how you play black. Yep, but you're going to slap me with everything. Just do it. Well, okay, why not slap me with the rabbit? I don't understand. Are you chumping with it? Are you chump blocking? Okay, I have no land to play this turn. So... I think we're just going to move to combat and swing the creature. I think we're just going to save the mana for their turn, and we're going to Withering Torment the Angel, because I don't want that thing on the field anymore. I don't want it. I don't want it on the field. It's scaring me. You're just going to let me hit you? Oh, no. There we go. Moida the Rabbit. And end turn. Yep. Your choice. What are you going to do? Lose the life. That is a bold choice. That is a bold choice indeed. Alright, and tribute to hunger. Target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Alright, well, in that case, I'm going to Withering Torment your stupid Angel. Get that thing out of here. No flyers for you. I don't get a choice. Don't act like I get a choice. Lying to me about stuff. Alright, come on, give me a land. A land that I can play on tap. That would have been so nice. Oh, well, I will keep that land there so I can pull this trick next turn. But I'm going to go ahead and play my Alicia finally. Because she's a 2/2 first strike, which means unless they buff the Sunblessed Healer's toughness to above 3 this turn and then swing with it, Alicia's going to kill it before it can kill Alicia. That is the benefit of first strike. It's such a great ability. Return target creature with mana value less or equal to Alicia's power from the graveyard to the battlefield. That is excellent. Okay, so land for turn, Perforating Artist, which is a fantastic card. Then we are going to move to combat and swing with Alicia. She's immediately going to get a +1/+1 counter. And I assume, yep, and we'll go ahead and immediately kill the vampire, which will give them a benefit I'm sure they're looking for. I lose a life, they gain a life. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's not a big deal. The more creatures I can keep off of your field, the better. So then I'll move to my end turn. Alicia and the Perforating Artist are going to trigger. Oh, there was only one viable option, the other Perforating Artist. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Is Withering Torment the only other card in my graveyard? Oh, no, there's an Archenemy's Charm in there, too. Oh, you murderer. I'm just going to get it back next turn. Why would you go for the... Oh, because it's -2/-2. It's not enough to kill Alicia. All right, pass to turn. I'm not going to waste a maximum overdrive on that, because Alicia's just going to get it back next turn. I'll save the maximum overdrive for if they try to do anything to Alicia. I will pass to blockers, and I am actually going to go ahead and block that because, again, Alicia can just bring it back. Like, it doesn't matter. It does not matter to me at all unless you somehow get rid of Alicia. All right, and we're going to go ahead and move to combat. Alicia's going to swing, and thanks to Battle Song Berserker, Alicia's going to get +1/+0 in Menace, but the Menace doesn't really matter too much since they don't have blockers anyway. But it does help that now every time Alicia blocks, they have to use 2 creatures to block, because it means unless they can get ahead of the board state, they're not going to beat me. This game might already be over. I say already over, like we haven't been sitting here for a good... This has been a pretty long game. I don't know that I would say it's been particularly interesting, but it has been very back and forth. Fiendish Panda, whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When this creature dies, return a target non-bear creature card with mana value less than or equal to this creature's power from... Ooh, that's not bad. Is that when it dies? When it dies. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's not too terrible. All right, my turn. Land for turn. We're going to go ahead and play Virus Beetle. Bam. Go ahead and discard a card. Doesn't matter what it is. Does not matter to me. You know what? Actually, I did just realize the battleships that I was swinging with were making the last player we were fighting discard. So it definitely, this deck definitely was doing what it was supposed to do. And we're going to swing out. Boom, boom, boom. And we're going to give it to... We'll give it to Battle Song Berserker. Because this is going to kill it with Death Touch if it blocks. This is going to kill it with First Strike if it blocks. And that means this is going to kill it. I mean, it was going to happen anyway, but at least this way it has Menace. So the only possible blocker is Perforating Artist. Which, I mean, it doesn't even really matter now because Alicia has so much power that I can get anything that goes to the graveyard back. The only way to stop me is to... The only way to stop me is to kill Alicia, which I don't think they have the ability to do. Especially now that I have this to block with if they do decide to swing with the Panda. All right, hun, have a good time. Have a good time. I mean, I guess you are going to shower. What you doing there is your business. Angelic Destiny. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. But, oh, actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't have enough to stop me. Like, that gives it lifelink, so it's going to be... Yeah, I was going to say, that's not enough. You still lose. That was... I don't even know why you bothered. You could have done the math before you played the card. But hey, nice try. Definitely points for effort on that one. More coins! All right, and we got ourselves an Edge of Eternity's pack, so let's go ahead and rip that bad boy open real quick. What did we get? What did we get? So we got a Drix Fatemaker. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample. That's pretty good. Temporal Intervention. This is a new card. Void. The spell costs 2 less to cast if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, and that player discards that card. That's pretty good. Bright Spear Zealot, 2/4 Vigilance. This creature gets +2/+0 as long as you cast 2 or more spells this turn. Not great. It's not great. It's not bad. Thawbringer, 4/2. When this creature enters or dies, surveil 1. Also not great. Not bad. Survey Mechan. I do remember this one. 3/1/3 flying hexproof. For 10, you can sacrifice this creature. It deals 3 damage to any target. Target player draws 3 cards. It gains 3 life. This ability also costs X less to activate, where X is the number of differently named lands you control. This can be a really good card in a deck that uses a lot of non-basic lands, but that's not really how I build in Standard. For 3 minutes, when this creature enters, create a lander at the beginning of the end step. Sacrifice that token. Okay, so either use the lander or get screwed. Like that, you have no choice. Atmospheric Greenhouse. When the spacecraft enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. This would be really good if I was running... Oh, you know what? Oh! You know what? With Wilds of Eldraine kind of shifting out of the Standard, I just realized with Golgari, if I want to stick with the food theme, I am going to have to kind of shift in more of a squirrely direction, so that's kind of what Golgari Bloomburrow is squirrel foods. And you know what? This card fits into that really, really well. Really, really well. So honestly, that might end up being the direction that the deck goes in. So the rare is Lumen Class Frigate. It is a 2-drop artifact spacecraft with 2 counters on it from the station. Other creatures I control get +1/+1, and with 12, it becomes a 3/5 with flying lifelink. Very good card, but being in white, odds are we're probably not going to use it. I haven't really been feeling like building white lately. So, with that, that is the pack that we just earned. We'll go ahead and we will continue with our Rakdos discard and see if we can't squeeze out a couple more wins. So what that is, we're 3-0 with this deck right now. Like, it completely is having like the opposite kind of run that the automobile, the vehicle deck was doing. Like 100%, this is a completely different experience. All right, so we got Bloodfell Caves, Land, Maximum Overdrive. Abraid's a good card, but I don't like that there are only 2 really expensive creatures in this hand. I do think as much as the land to card ratio is good, it's worth mulliganing. This is definitely better. We're going to keep this 6, and as ferocious as Primal Odin is, we don't have enough, like, that's not the kind of card we want in our opening hand. So we'll go ahead and we'll just go ahead and get rid of it. Frenzied Goblin, 1/1 whenever this creature attacks, you may pay 1 red. If you do, target creature can't block this turn. Okay, that's perfectly fine. They have a turn 1 drop. That's a little bit scary considering we don't. We actually can't play anything until turn 3, not looking at this hand. But, you know, and as much as I hate that Alicia is the card in our hand, it would be nice if we had stuff in the graveyard for her to actually start bringing back. But, like, I don't know. Maybe we can make this work because she's still going to get a +1/+1 counter every time she swings. May pay red. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Say no. Like, I don't even know why it's giving you the option. You don't have the mana anyway. All right. Land for turn. What does this do? Deadly Competition. Destroy target creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on target suspected creature you control. You may have it become no longer suspected. I don't know what that does. Oh, I don't have land this turn to play a 3-drop anyway. I can't do math. I know how turns work. All right. So they went ahead and they drew. You guys are ridiculous. I love you both so much. All right, so pass to attackers. They're gonna smack me with both these goblins, like 100%. They may even be playing mono red goblins. This guy's username is Akira Billy. I don't know how I feel about that. Akira Billy, resolve. Go ahead, hit me with the goblins. Hit me with the goblins. Just go ahead and do it. Gimme. Smack me with the green guys and move on so that I can take my turn. My turn. All right, land for turn, and this could destroy a target creature, but we're going to go ahead and play Alicia because even though she gets the same power as the other 2/2, she has first strike, which means she will kill it before it kills her if I decide to block with her. The only way that would not happen is if they play something to boost their goblin, but the fact that they did not play land last turn tells me that they may be kind of struggling with their land over there. No! Oh my god, they played the suplex card! That dude just flipped Alicia like a train! What? Oh, I'm so upset right now! Oh, I'm so upset right now! We have no creatures! That was it, that's all we had! Oh my god, okay, well, unfortunately that means we have to use the Archenemy's Charm to... Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Why can't I use this one? Why can't I use this one? Return 1 or 2 target creature and play... What? Ah! Oh, it was exiled, that's why! If this card would die this way, the turn it's exiled. Oh my god! Okay, I'm terrified now. Well, I guess we're gonna Deadly Compliance to destroy the 2/2. Like, I really hate burning a 3-cost kill spell on a 2/2 creature, but like, we have to give it a choice. Alicia got suplexed. Alicia got suplexed like a train. All right. Oh my god. Frenzied Goblin is still a problem. Like, not a huge problem, but again, they've only played 2 lands so far, so like, they must not be getting any land. Not be getting any mana. Like, abso-freaking-lutely. Like, all we have to do is draw the right card, we can turn this around. But the scary part is, the same thing is true for them too. Alright, land for turn. Finally, we got a creature. It's not that great, Virus Beetle, but it is going to make them discard a card, which is huge for us in the sense that they're already struggling as it is. So the more that we can cut out cards for them to play that they're already not getting, like the more resources we cut off for them, the better our chances are of actually pulling a win out of this. Like 100%. Come on. You gotta pick something. You gotta pick something, Akira Billy. What'd you pick? Ultima Weapon! Of course, a crazy Final Fantasy card. Why am I not surprised? All right, so I'm hoping they swing with the Goblin in hopes that I'll block with the Virus Beetle, which I absolutely will be doing. But what they don't know is that I have 2 maximum overdrives in my hand, which I'm absolutely going to drop on this Beetle if they swing. Yeah, I didn't think so. You know I got something. I got open mana. I'm playing Rakdos. I may not be blue, but I'm still terrifying. All right, so now I'm going to move to combat with the Beetle because I don't need the mana for my combat trick, and I'm going to give this thing a +1/+0 and Menace until end of turn. Again, only 1 blocker if they can't do anything about it. Menace is such a good ability. Like when it first came out, I was like, creatures with Menace have to be blocked by more than 1 creature. I was like, that's pretty good. But I was thinking, like, what about against? Oh, they surrender. They really don't have anything. Their deck must really be shitting on them. Well, again, that's what, 4 wins in a row now. 4 wins in a row with this deck. Jeez, this deck is just. I like the first game and the last game were not ones that I exactly am. I would not say I'm proud of how those ones went. That was definitely quite the beating on both of those games. But it did win. It did win, and we take those. That absolutely counts, which means this deck is currently 4-0, 100%. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead, and we are going to take about a 10-15 minute break. When I get back, we will go ahead, and I think we're going to play one more game with the Rakdos discard deck to get a round 5 in before we move on. And I think then we'll go ahead and we'll end out the stream with playing a little bit of Auntie Mai's Desserts again and get back to our food. I made a couple adjustments to the deck, including adding that 3rd Yigra. So we'll go ahead and we'll see after our next game what the food deck is capable of now that it's had a couple of minor tweaks. All right, y'all, I will be right back. See you soon. All right, everybody, welcome back. Once again, I am Anti-Mai, and today we are playing Magic the Gathering Arena online. Magic the Gathering, absolutely love it. I love Magic so much. So earlier we were playing an Aetherdrift Draft. I'm never going to get used to saying that. Unfortunately, it didn't go as well as we'd like, but we did get a couple of packs out of it. That was definitely pretty nice. We also tested out a couple of new decks that I built. Thank you. One of them called Steely Wheelie Automobile. That was a Boros vehicle deck. That did not do very well. I think we played 5 games of it, and it went 4-1. Or, I'm sorry, 1 win and 4 losses. It did not do well. The other deck I built, however, is a Rakdos discard deck for Standard, and while it's not forcing discards as much as I would necessarily like, it is 4-0 right now. So we're going to play one more game to give it a round 5 to see if we can get a perfect 5-0 with this deck. If it does get a 5-0, honestly, I'm just going to keep building into it. I'm just going to go ahead and make this a Rakdos discard deck. Honestly, with the way the Edge of Eternity's Rakdos black and red cards work, I think going for like a Rakdos or even a mono black discard strategy might actually be exactly what I want to do. Especially since after Wilds of Eldraine cycles out when the next set comes out next month for Spider-Man, unfortunately, Wilds of Eldraine is going to cycle out and I won't be able to use those cards anymore. That doesn't necessarily mean I have to stop playing Golgari Food. I can still use Yigra because he's from Bloomborough, which has, I think, about another year to a year and a half before that one cycles out. So we have a while before we have to be completely done with Golgari Food. But again, we're thinking longevity here. We're thinking what kind of cards are going to get us the most use for the longest amount of time. And right now, that's going to be the most recent sets, which would be like Edge of Eternities and Final Fantasy. And out of those, like all the different strategies that those sets, those most recent sets are offering right now, like black or like Rakdos control and aggression, like that's my niche. That's always what I like. Even when I'm playing Commander, that's usually what I go for. Some sort of black, red, really angry sort of control. Like that's what I like to do. So if I can bring that to Standard, and again, this needs to be working really, really well. So if that's going to work for me, we're going to play into it. So with that in mind, we'll go ahead and we'll play our 5th and final game of the night with this deck. After we're done with this game, I'm going to switch back to my Golgari Food deck. I made a couple of edits earlier on the stream. I got a Mythic Wild card and used that to get a third copy, I can speak, of Yigra, Eater of All. Wonderful card, absolutely wonderful card. But I did make a couple of tweaks to it earlier today that I did not do on screen. Ooh, let's see here. Ooh. So, since we have so many cards with more than one black pip on them and we only have 1 black mana, I think we're going to mulligan this. That's kind of an issue. So, let's see here. This is better, just because we have a creature that's low enough that we can play, and I really don't feel like getting rid of another card. Plus, the fact that we have 2 Berserkers here means getting rid of one of them is not a huge deal. We can play the Bloodfell Caves, and then next turn we'll be able to play the Beetle and hopefully draw another land. If it goes our way, we can draw 2 swamps. That's what I would like to see. Yes! Perfect. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play the swamp in our hand, play the Virus Beetle, and force a discard right on turn 2. We love that. We love to see it. Just deny opponent resources right up top. No cards for you. The less cards we can let the opponent have to work with, the better the namesake of this deck. In fact, I may even take a look and see if I can find some forced mill components to put into this. And I mean, now that I think about it, if I'm going to go that direction, I might as well just go for the mono black strategy, right? Like, and like even I wasn't basing it off of this, but if you look at what decks are doing really well in Standard right now, the number one is it Cauldron, the one that's using VV and the Cauldron, like that is the number one deck in all of Standard right now. Like, there's no question there. But another one of the decks that you're seeing a lot of is Black Control. That is a very, very strong archetype in the current meta. So the fact that it is both strong in the current meta and works really well into how I play this game, like, that's perfect. Give me more of that, please. We'll go ahead and we'll punch Sephiroth here with our Beetle. Super loud, super loud. We're going to call him Sephiroth because that's easier to remember since that's dead center of the screen. Whereas I don't like the usernames being over in the corner, honestly. I wish they were by the icons. Personally, it's not a huge deal because you can't really talk. Like, you have limited speech. You can say this stuff to them. It's like quick speech, but like that's the most communication you get with the other players. And I understand why they do that, is to prevent people from swearing at each other in the middle of the game and getting into a fight instead of actually playing the game. VV Ornithir. What did I say? What did I say? Fucking standard VV Cauldron. That's what I'm playing against right now. Oh my god, I can't believe it. This is the first time I'm seeing this. No, get this out of here. We are not allowing that. No VV. Bad VV. Honestly, it's kind of funny the fact that I'm playing into the mono black control. Like, I feel like the reason it's doing really well right now is because in order to stop VV, it's really good at it. Because black has a lot of good exile cards like Arch Enemy's Charm. We have a lot of good destruction cards like Withering Torment. And, like, I'm sure there's some artifact destruction in here that can get rid of the cauldrons that go with VV. Like, black is set up really good to deal with VV. I don't want to splash blue in personally because, like, number one, blue is my least favorite color in the game. And number two, I don't know. If I'm going for a resources denial strategy, unless I'm going pure mill, adding in the blue doesn't seem like that great. I see why they don't have a chat option because they don't want people cussing. Of course, like, exactly. But, like, imagine if my opponent could hear me. Another VV. Hey, guess what? Go ahead, let that resolve. We're going to Arch Enemy's Charm, and we're going to freaking destroy VV. No more VV. No more VV. I really hope VV gets blown up. I really do. I see why they don't have a chat option because they don't want people cussing. Also, my cussing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why it's good because, like, imagine if they could hear me. Imagine if they could hear the insults I'm slinging. Like, it wouldn't be good. Like, we just get stuck arguing at each other and the turn timer would run up and there'd be no game. Like, it wouldn't be amusing. All right. Oh my god, he won't die. I can't kill VV. I can't believe you had 3 of them ready to go. Oh, I'm so salty right now. I need another kill spell stat. Fight on. This is going to return creatures from my graveyard to my hand, but I don't have any. So I guess we're just going to punch. We're just going to start punching. We got to start punching and getting some damage in. They're not going to block with VV because they need VV for the mana value. Like 100%, this is about trying to get as much mana out of VV as they possibly can to plug into some sort of engine. Like, that is the goal, 100%. But they don't have set 2 creatures, and my creature now has Menace because of its own ability, so they have to take the 4, as much as I want them to block with VV. But again, does not matter. It does not matter at all because they wouldn't block with VV even if they could. I certainly wouldn't. All right. Opponent's turn. Let's go. Oh, that VV needs to go away. It needs to go away right now. Yep, there we go. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, get a +1/+1 counter for VV. Yep. Yep. And then they can just get mana from VV for nothing. For nothing. VV is so broken. Oh, that's why I just destroyed it. I destroyed 2 of them, and they're still running with it. Like, oh my god. That is insane. I mean, the deck probably has 4 of them, but the fact that they had 3 of them in their hand ready to go is crazy. Yo, there's the cauldron. There's the freaking cauldron. I might not be able to do anything about this. I might not be able to do anything about this at all. Jeez, this is such ass. Yep, it's going to make VV huge. 100%. Pass to attackers. They're going to punch me with VV, I'm sure. Pass. Yep. Pass. Okay, so I think I know how to take care of this. My turn. I'm going to play land for turn. And that's it. We're just going to pass turn. You know what? Yes, we'll leave that right where it is. I like that. That's perfect. We'll pass turn. Like, I don't know how long it's going to be until we can actually get that out. It depends on how this goes. EV. You know, it's VV. VV Ornithir. He's from Final Fantasy IX, but I do hear it. I see what you mean. Yeah, good old VV here. VV Ornithir. He's so busted. Like, he's so broken that people are calling for a ban when they go over bans again in November. But bro just screwed up because I'm playing Maximum Overdrive on Battlesong Berserker, and that's going to allow me to block with Battlesong Berserker, who now has Death Touch and Indestructible, meaning Vivi's not going to be able to kill it, even if it had enough toughness to actually destroy it, and my Death Touch is immediately going to murder Vivi unless he can somehow bounce it or give it Indestructible or something. Resolve all. Into the Flood Maw. Yep, that's going to... Oh, you jerktopus! Alright, fine. Give me the damage. Oh, wait, that's it. No. Did it still get the attack? Oh, no, because I hadn't actually declared blockers yet. I should have declared blockers first. That's good to know. I will keep that in mind for those interactions in the future. Now what I really need is to either draw a creature with 3 mana or less, or a land. Either one of those is perfectly fine. Like 100%. But just something that's going to allow me to keep 2 mana open so that I can use my other Maximum Overdrive to blow Vivi up. Oh yeah, they used the Soul Cauldron on the other Vivi. Like, my god, this is vicious. This strategy is so vicious. That's so much mana. Draw 3 cards and discard. Yep, that's going to get Vivi another token. I might not get another turn. Holy crap. Whenever a creature card is spend mana though, or mana of any creatures you control. Oh my god. Oh my god, Vivi's so scary. So scary. I don't like it. Stop taking your turn. Stop doing things. Stop hurting me. Stop hurting me! Yeah, no, I'm drawing that station next. That's not... that doesn't help us. I think this is over. I do think this is actually over. Because let's see, the creatures in my graveyard are literally nothing. I don't have anything to stop this. I really don't. Yep, nope, that's game. I lose to the Vivi Soul Cauldron. It's crazy that I was talking about it, and then within seconds, the next thing that happens is it smacks me in the face. It's like Vivi heard me talking shit. 100% it is like Vivi heard me talking shit and was like, oh yeah, you want to fucking complain? Well, I mean, I guess that settles it for me. We're going in a mono black control direction, like 100%. As we earn these Edge of Eternities packs, as we head for the draft, like the goal is to get as many good black cards as we possibly can to build an excellent black control deck, because I am sick of that garbage. Even if Vivi does get banned and isn't a problem anymore, I still really want to play black control. That's absolutely excellent. But I will also say that deck did perform very well overall. We got a record of 4 wins and 1 loss. And you know what? Our loss was to the Vivi Soul Cauldron, so like my brain is almost like, does that even count? Like, that's literally the #1 deck in Standard right now. To the point where when you go and you look up how many people are using competitive decks, like the percentages and everything, the VV decks comprise over 50% of what people are using in Standard right now. That is an absurd ratio. That is over half of the people who are playing the Standard format, who are playing this crap fucking VV Cauldron. Like, oh my god, I hate this thing. I hate VV so much. He needs to be banned. He needs to be banned. I want him gone. I want him banned. I want him out of here. Throw him out. I do it now. Like, if we have to wait till November, then, like, fine, whatever, or whenever the next bans are, like, that's perfectly fine. But, like, I would much rather they just do an emergency ban and get him out of here now. Just, like, I killed 2 of those bastards. 2 of those bastards, and then they played a 3rd one and had another one attached to the Soul Cauldron. Like, the fact that they can just do that is insane. Especially in Izzet, where, like, card draw is the easiest thing in the world. Like, oh my god. VV was put in a position for incredible success. Like, just the likes of which the rest of the Standard format just does not have the ability to keep up with right now. It is absurd. And that's crazy, because, like, Edge of Eternities has some really powerful stuff in it. It's a good set. But not that good. Oh my god. Alright, so we're switching back to foods. Switching back to Golgari foods. And we're going to duke it out with my food decks and see if we can get a couple of victories in order to close out the stream for the night. It would be really nice if we could get some. Because, again, I made a couple of tweaks, so we'll see what happens. We do have 3 copies of Yigra in here now, so almost guaranteed we're going to get one. Like, even with this hands like this, we don't have a Yigra to start, and honestly, not having an experimental confectioner kind of makes me want to reshuffle. But we are going to keep, because with the mana we have, like, we have a pretty good splay of cards to play here that will generate us the food tokens we're looking to get. So we'll go ahead and we'll drop a Swamp for our turn 1. And then, ooh, I wish I would have had that turn 1, but that's okay. So we'll drop our Forest and a Monstrosity. We can play that next turn, which will come in tap, so we won't be able to use it, but we can use the 2 mana we have to play the other Monstrosity. It kind of works out pretty well. That also allows us to save the Sweet Tooth Witch and skip right to the Warden of Cycles once it does untap on the next turn after that. Oh, you're just going to go ahead and kill it. All right, that kill my momentum with that one. That's super fun of you. Super duper. Oh, no, we're not going to play that. We're going to play Jungle Hollow. And actually, since we drew it, we're going to play Baker's Bane Duo instead. When this creature enters, I get a food token. And whenever I spend my 4th mana on any given turn, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It's not amazing, but it is pretty good. All right, so... Oh, really? Are you playing white control? No, Orzhov. Probably Orzhov control. Okay, well, land for turn, and I guess I'm going to play Warden of the Cycle. I'm just going to keep playing creatures. Like, you can't stop this. It's going to happen. You have to either do, like, play some creatures, or, like, you have to do something. There has to be... You have a win con, right? Vanishing Light. Oh, my God. Is this just what you do? Is this just how you are? Is this the kind of person you are? Authority of Consoles. Yeah, you're playing Control AF. I almost wonder if this is Orzhov's stacks, because if it is, that's really frustrating. Yeah, I don't care. And then I'm also going to play Monstrosity. Yep. And it doesn't matter because it's petrified or pacified. Like, it doesn't matter. You literally are making this game not... Like, nothing in this game that's happening matters because of you. Destroy all creatures. Wow. Wow. What are you doing? What is your deck doing? I don't understand. You're just killing things. You have creature... What, seriously? For real? All right, well, I guess I'm sacrificing foods. I don't have mana to do anything else. Is this just a game we're playing? Is this murder game? Are we playing murder game? We're just going to keep killing each other's things? Because guess what? I have 2 freaking food tokens in my hand. I'm not using that. No, not yet. We're gonna burn 2 more foods because, you know what? Why not? Because I have to bake into pies. Once they finally play a creature that I can blow up, which I'm sure they will eventually, you know, the point of this game is to win. So, oh, Withering Torment. You know what? That's perfect because we can use that to go ahead and blow up the Vanishing Light and get my freaking Warden of the Cycle back. Wardens. There's multiple of them. Yeah, go ahead and resolve it. I don't care. You can have it. I don't care. Because now I have a creature. You can't stop me. Oh, I guess this does destroy an enchantment. I could have used this. That probably would have been smart, but oh well. I am stacked with health, 100%. That is one of the best benefits of a food deck, 100%. Another pet pacify? Are you serious? You have so many... Oh my god, this isn't fun. You're not a fun person to play Magic with. Paw Patch Formations, we're going to go ahead and destroy target enchantment, get rid of that pacify, get that out of here. Absolutely get that out of here and eat my attacker. I will beat you out. Your control cannot stop me. Like, I'm super curious. What is the win con here? What are you trying to do? Well, guess what? Squirrels. Camellia the Seed Miser. I don't care. You can have it. Take your life. Are we just in a life battle? Have you initiated a war of attrition? Sire of 7 Deaths. Oh, that's your plan. That's your plan. Okay, well, guess what, my friend? Guess what? I'm baking your Eldrazi bitch into a pie. I will 100% pay the 7 life. I do not care. I am a food deck. I have more than enough to do it. Take action. Yeah, 100%. Pay the 7 life. Get that thing out of here. Ba-boom. Ba-boom, Jim. I blew up your Eldrazi. Or Painter. I'm calling you Jim anyway. Gaining life from the food, and then we'll go ahead and we'll punch you with the squirrel. You actually have to have a win con, Painter. My buddy. Choose a number between 0 and 10. Destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal than the number. You probably just chose 10. Yep, 100%. So land for turn, and guess what? I have more squirrels. You cannot stop me. I will beat you. The fact that this is your game plan is absolutely ridiculous. Like, this is literally a war of attrition. These are the kind of games I loathe, where like you literally are just stalling out. This isn't fun. I want things to happen. This is why I don't like Counterspell in D&D, because it makes things not happen. Why are you playing Orzhov Make Things Not Happen? Don't play Orzhov Make Things Not Happen. I want things to happen. Oh my god. I want to play Magic, not stare at Magic. No, I can't attack. It doesn't matter. Guess what? More squirrels that are probably going to get pacified. Yeah, I don't care. You can have your stupid life. Yep, I might as well pop the food, which will get me a squirrel token, which will probably also get pacified, knowing how this guy plays the game. I don't care. I'm going to eventually amass a big enough army of squirrels or something to stop them, because even though they pacified my squirrel, like, Camellia's still able to make tokens, like 100%. So I can just keep making baby squirrels as long as they keep her on the field. Pacifism. Yep, they're going to hit the Vine Rot Mentor with that. Wonderful, wonderful news. So we'll pass to attackers, I guess, and I can't swing with anything. Sweet Tooth Confectioner, or Experimental Confectioner, rather. That'll definitely be nice. Yep, whatever, I don't care. Swinging with the squirrel. I can't believe this is happening. Oh my god, this is ridiculous! This is absolutely ridiculous. Pacify, or Petrify. Oh, that is Petrify. Why did I think it was Pacify? Probably because they're the same card. Enchant creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be. Well, that's okay, because all it has is triggered abilities. Golgari Guildgate. Speaking of which, pop a food. That's going to get me a squirrel and a rat, for that matter. Boom Jams. Yep, you can have it. I don't care. I will eventually win this out. You cannot pacify my entire deck. You simply can't. Especially now that I'm playing, like I'm making tokens. Like, there's just no way for them to win this. I don't know if their deck has a win strategy. And something like this, Yigra, like, unless they play a creature, they can't kill Yigra. Because Yigra has ward, sacrifice a food, meaning that in order to target Yigra with literally anything, they have to be able to sacrifice a food, which, you know, normally, because Yigra makes all creatures on the field turn into food, all people typically have to do is sacrifice. Or they can play something like that that doesn't have to target anything. That's cool, too. Jesus Christ, this person is no fun. This person is no fun. This isn't fun. I know what they're doing. They're trying to get me to surrender. They're trying to win by testing my patience into the fucking grave. And I'm not going to let them do that. I'm absolutely not going to let them do that. That's not happening. I will win this war of attrition. And I'm sure they have more big creatures like that giant Eldrazi they played. I'm absolutely sure they do. And you know what? I guarantee one of those cards in their hand is going to be another one of those Petrifies or a Banishing Light or something, like 100%. So, in fact, before we lose the ability to do so, we're going to sacrifice this food with Greta's ability to draw an extra card. Maybe get us something that'll give us an advantage. Baker's Bane Duo. At the very least, this gives them another target that they have to deal with. The more creatures we can put on the field, the better. And we'll go ahead and we'll do it again. We'll go ahead and we'll do it again. We'll go ahead and draw another card because, again, I don't know that Greta's going to have her activated abilities next turn. And I'd like to take advantage of them while I can. See, these are all great cards in my hand. These are all great cards, but against decks that have creatures, against decks that actually play Magic. Like, this is, oh my god. Oh my god. All right, well, I'm going to slap you with a, what is this thing, a Squirrel Raccoon? Squirrel Raccoon! That's what I got. That's my whole turn. Smacking with a Squirrel Raccoon. Does this shut off abilities? No, this one does not shut off abilities. Enchanted creature can't. Yep, 100%. Saw that coming for sure. And, yep, it's exiled, so that even if I got rid of there's no way to even get rid of the enchantment. That's wonderful news. Pass to, I don't even know why it passes to attackers. They don't have any attackers. So they have 31 cards in deck. I have 34. At this point, I just have to outlast them. So normally I would just go ahead and drop this Heaped Harvest. But if I do, I'm going to be drawing more cards out of my deck. At this point, I might just have to get them to try. I might just have to try to get them to draw out. That might be the way to do it, is just wait them out. because I'm absolutely not just going to hand this over to them. I know they're trying to play this in a way where I mess up somehow. Or no, they're trying to play it so that I get so frustrated that I quit, right? So frustrated with how long this game is taking and how much denial they have in that they are 100%. They are playing a political game of standard Magic the Gathering. Exile target creature an opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. Yep, 100%. That is 100% what they're doing. And it is absolutely gross. Absolutely gross. I used to play a lot of decks that employed strategies like this, but like I never built an entire deck that's all it did. This is absolutely ridiculous. That pass to attackers, it is extremely annoying because I just have to sit here and deal with it. But you know what? Again, they have 28 cards in their deck left. I have 31. So if this keeps going this way, Magic has an alternate loss rule that if you go to draw a card from your deck and you don't have any cards in your deck, you lose the game. So all I have to do is keep casually getting foods throughout the course of the game and tapping them to gain a whole bunch of life. Because as much as their deck is built around having a bunch of life and being unkillable, my deck is clearly gaining life faster, better. So I'm not too worried about much else. Like right now, the name of the game is to just get as many foods as I possibly can. I don't know where that clue token came from, but I will 100% take it. I think it came from the card they played. I don't know. I'm not gonna question it. Swamp, sacrifice this token to draw a card. Not gonna do that because I guarantee that's what they want me to do. We are just gonna pass turn. 100%, we're not gonna do anything. Any sort of card advancement is off the table right now. If they want to play slow, we'll play slow. Nope, no card advancement. I don't want Heaped Harvest. That's not what we're doing. That is not the strategy. 100%, I will end this game the way... We'll play this game your way, Painter. 100%, we'll play this game your way. Resolve all. Go ahead, and then I'll get the food. 100%. Boom. 43 life. I'm just going to keep gaining life. Like, there's no win con coming. You're not doing anything. I want you to do the things. I want you to play the game. It is Magic the Gathering, TCG, which stands for Trading Card Game, meaning that you do things and you play it and not play things that make that game, that make that not happen. I love that we're not playing Magic the Gathering. I love it. I mean, sort of, I mean, kind of. In a sense, yes, but at the same time, it's also like a legitimate strategy. Like 100%, like this works. It's a very trolly strategy, but it's legitimate, it's legal, there's nothing technically wrong with it. But again, the way they're playing it, especially since they've used some card advancement and I haven't, my deck still has 4 more cards in it than theirs does. So if this is just what their entire deck is, I guarantee that especially with all the cards I have in my deck, I have so many kill spells that if they have another one of those giant Eldrazi creatures, I'm sure that's the win con. It's to just deny the opponent everything and swing in with the Eldrazi for the big win. But I have so much life and so many kill spells in my hand that I don't think there's really anything they can do to get ahead of me at this point. I just don't. Even if they keep turning off all my creatures, I have more cards in my deck, and I refuse to play anything that is going to take cards out of my deck faster than I have to. So while, yes, this is going to take a long time to finish this game, their strategy is ultimately going to fail unless they have some sort of crazy combo coming up that I just am not seeing. But like so far, this seems to be all they're doing. Like we've gone through 2/3 of their deck, and this is all it's been. Yet there's another exile. Like we're just left and right. That is all they care about. And the worst part is they're exiling my creatures. That when my creatures a lot of my creatures have the effect that when they die, I get food tokens, which I need in order to like make my deck run. But they're exiling them, and when a creature is exiled, they don't die. But they're probably going to play another board wipe because, again, they have no creatures, so therefore they have no food, so therefore they can't kill Ygra. Literally, the only way for them to kill Ygra is board wipes. But, again, the way this deck is built, I guarantee they have one, especially since they have 4 cards in hand. Like, absolutely they have one. It would be hilarious if they don't. Yep, there it is. Expel the Interlopers. There goes Ygra. We do have one more Ygra in the deck, so it's possible we might be able to outpace them that way and just swing in with Ygra. But, I mean, again, if this keeps up, they're going to lose just because they can't keep up with my life gain and they have less cards in deck. Like 100%. They are going to end up. This is a unintentional self-mill that they're doing to themselves. And you know what? If that's what the game they want to play, 100%, I'll do it. We take those. We absolutely take those. Like 100%. Most people would quit 100%. And I admit I am an extremely impatient person. I'm also saying 100% a lot. Probably because I'm revved up. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. This is upsetting me. But you know what? In the face of this, instead of quitting like most people in my shoes probably would, nope. Anti-May does the opposite. Anti-May 100% does the opposite. We are going for the kill. We are 100% going for the kill. I will murderize this person. We are going to make this win. 100% we are going to get this win for a number of reasons. Number one, I am way too proud of this food deck to let somebody do this to it. 100%. That's not happening. I'm not going to let that happen to my babies. Ygritte deserves better. You treat Ygritte better. Ygritte's my baby. Ygritte's my son. I will beat you up if you say bad things about Ygritte. I don't care. I don't care. So number one, there's that. Number two, I really don't want to give this person the satisfaction of winning with a strategy like this. They don't deserve to win with a strategy like this. Anybody who plays stall tactics like this, stall is a legitimate strategy. 100% things like stacks, like absolutely, like that's okay. I'm okay with that. But literally all this deck is, I guarantee you it is all exile spells, board wipe, and there are 4 Eldrazi. Whatever that 7/7 card is. What was it called? The Sire of 7 Deaths. I guarantee there's 4 of those in here, and that is the entire win con. That is the entire win con. That is all their deck does. So we're going to go ahead and sacrifice this food, because as much as I would like to draw more cards to go for my own win con, I don't have any more space in my hand, and I want to keep all the kill spells I have. I have like 4 kill spells, although I could have sacrificed the Heaped Harvest, but again, we don't want any more card advancement if we can help it, because now we're only 2 cards ahead. My turn. We're going to Jungle Hollow, gain a life, and then we'll smack with Greta. Are they out of control cards? Have you run out of control cards? Can you not stop Greta? Are you? Oh my god. Did we beat him? Did we do it? We might have done it. We're going to bap him with Greta. And then we'll end turn, and we'll pass to end turn, and we're going to discard the other Greta because... So, Greta's a legendary creature, so for those of you who don't know what that means, creatures that are legendary can... you can have them on the field, but if you play a second version of them, they blow up. You can only have 1 copy at a time of a legendary creature. There are some ways to get around that, like an artifact called Helm of the Host, but generally speaking, you can only have 1 of a single kind of legendary creature on the field. All right, so that's another Eldrazi off the field, 100%. Like, again, I called it. This is what this deck is. There's 2 more in the 14 that remain. I guarantee there's 2 more in the 14 that remain. And, like, that's fine. You know what? Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to activate Greta's other ability and pay a green to control, tap her, get a food. That's going to make Ygritte a little bigger, but I don't think that's going to matter. The part that does is that Greta's going to do a little extra damage this turn. Again, I don't think with the way this deck seems to be built, because legendaries are big hitters or major cards. Yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Planeswalkers are also the same way, but it's not based on name. It's based on Planeswalker type. Whereas with legendary creatures, if I have Greta Sweet Tooth Scourge and Greta some other title, those 2 wouldn't blow each other up. But if I had, say, 2 different Planeswalker cards that were both Jace, even if they're different names, they'll blow each other up. Planeswalkers are a little bit more restrictive because they're even more powerful. But Planeswalkers are also kind of complicated, and personally, I'm not a big fan of them. Larval Scoutlander. When the Spacecrafter enters, you may sacrifice... Nope, we don't want that. I don't want any more cards being pulled out of my deck. I have 16 left. They have 13 left. That is perfectly fine. End turn. Yeah, they blew up my field again. I wasn't even paying attention when they did, but that's okay. Oh, yep, expel the Interlopers. They did it again. That's okay. We're still outlasting them. We just play land for turn and pass turn. I don't want to do anything. We're not doing anything. 100% I know how to beat the strategy. And we'll play the Sweet Tooth Witch, which is probably going to get hit with an enchantment on the next turn. And you can have your Authority of Consoles. I don't care. Gain your life. Go ahead. Go ahead. I do not care. I will beat you. I will beat you. 100%. I am coming for you. All right, so land for turn. And we're going to activate this. We're going to target the player, and we're going to sacrifice our food in order to do 2 damage with the Witch. Then we'll move to combat and actually swing with the Witch now that we've used its effect. We've gotten them down to 30 life. So now the question is, with how many cards are left in our decks, am I going to beat them? Oh, nope. It's still going to be... They're still not out of these destruction cards. They probably have more Eldrazi. I'm almost willing to bet, actually, with the number of cards that are left in their deck, once I blow up the 4th Eldrazi, that's when they'll surrender. I'm almost sure of it. All right, so I have too many cards in hand. You know what? I need to start getting rid of my maximum overdrives because they're not letting me play creatures anyway. So, like, what does it matter? Although, here's a Monstrosity. Again, it's not going to matter. They're probably going to kill it or exile it or petrify it or some other mono-white garbage. Like, I don't even know why they have black mana in this deck, to be honest. If they played any black cards, they've all been white and colorless. That actually, now that I think about it, that kind of terrifies me. Cooped up. That makes me think there's some big black bomb of a card coming at the end of all this. I think they want all these cards in their graveyard, now that I think about it. But the question is, with how much life I have, is whatever they're planning to do going to matter? That's really the question. All right, so which of these do I want back the most? I want this one. Give it to me. Give me my Witch back. Yep, I don't care. You can have it. You can have it. Resolve all. And then I will gain more life. Boom. Thank you for the food. And I'll pass turn. Leaving me with a full hand yet again, which I absolutely love. And there it goes, another one. We love it. Oh, we love it. My God, how many cards do they have left in their deck? 6? There can't be much more of this left. They're either going to drop that bomb soon or like they just are stalling at this point. So we're going to Paw Patch Formation. We're going to destroy target enchantment. And we're going to get my Witch back again. Gimme, gimme. Give me back my Witch. Give me another food token. I don't care. You can have those triggers. I'm just trying to make you waste your cards at this point. Because at this point, it's not about the life total. The only reason I keep intentionally trying to gain life is in case they do have some big bomb of a black card, like Exsanguinate or something. Because with all the mana they have over there, if they have... I don't think they have enough for something like Exsanguinate to kill me. But if they have something that can do like 5 damage for X or something crazy like that, like, I don't know. The fact that there's swamps in this deck just doesn't make sense to me yet. They haven't played any black cards yet. Are they just in here for fun? Or are they just are they in here to throw me off? Is that part of the psychological warfare you're attempting to wage? I could see that being the case. I could absolutely see that being the case. In which case, you're an even worse person than I thought. We're going to go ahead and sacrifice this food, popping me up to 59 life. Boom. You absolutely... They want you to question them. Their sanity? Well, I'm certainly questioning their sanity right now, that's for sure. That is absolutely what's happening. Oh, you know what? I just realized I can play the Heaped Harvests and deny going to get the land so that I could use them as foods to gain even more life. I should have been doing that a while ago. All right, so we'll pass to my turn. We will play the Baker's Bane Duo. Come on. What you gonna do about my duo? Probably not jack shit. Gain a bunch of life off of your Authority of Consoles over there. Yep, 100%. Then I'm going to play Heaped Harvest. Boom. And that's going to, yep, get the +1/+1, but I don't care about that. Resolve that. Yep. Okay, resolve. And then the Baker's Bane Duo resolves. Doesn't matter because, and then this resolves. And instead of going to get the land, we are going to decline. Then we're going to play the other one, because I can. And we're going to decline. Then we're going to sacrifice it. And decline to go get the land. And then we're going to sacrifice this one. And once again, for the 4th time now, decline to go get the land. Putting us up to 65 health. Then we'll sacrifice the other regular food token that we have. Putting us now up to 68. I will win this war of attrition. You cannot stop me, Estola. You cannot stop me. You and your horrible, horrible ways. I told you. This is one of those decks where it's not necessarily built around gaining life, but because of what I built it off of, it does do so really, really well. Like, 69. I got 69 health. That nothing else matters anymore. Like, we're still going to win this game. We're definitely doing awesome enough. They have 1 card left in their deck. Oh my god, we got this. I have 5 cards left. All we have to do is live 2 more turns. My turn. Okay, so Jungle Hollow. Bam. I'm going to go ahead and pass turn. Then all they have to do is end their turn, and we win. I don't even have to play anything. All I do is end my turn, and then because they have no deck, that's it. That's game. You lose. You lose, you Stola. You started this, and you couldn't finish it. Victory! Yes! Woo! Oh, that felt good. Oh, that felt so good. After all that player put us through, it felt so good to come out on top of that. And actually, I think that is a fantastic place to stop the stream for the night. I do want to thank everybody who tuned in for doing so. Thank you so much. You can always follow me. I am on TikTok. I am on the platform formerly known as Twitter. I am also on YouTube as well. You can find the VOD for the episodes that I stream here. There as well, and I even upload shorts to both TikTok and YouTube now, so be on the lookout for those as well. And once again, thank you for watching. If you could just be sure to follow if you haven't already. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps so much when you do. Thank you so much, and have a good night, everyone.